I promise you, boy. Nah, it's not like that. I promise you I'm not wearing the same shirt. What happened was, I'm not gonna lie, I literally took this off. I only wear these giant shirts for videos because these lights are so beaming. I'm gonna take it off after I get off the live stream. I promise you I don't wear the same shirt twice. Please don't think that of me. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Man City, yes. Is that who we got? Manchester City. Who do we get in the Champions League draw? Put it in the chat. I believe it's a club founded in 2011, much like RB Leipzig. No history. Come on, man. Like a teenage boy's laptop when that mother comes in. No history on that freaking Google Chrome. We know what he was doing. We are taking on Man City. And it is a pretty big tie for them. You know, they're playing a big club for once, and we're not. I don't know why Bayern fans are sitting here acting like we don't have the capacities to handle that ball twat, as the British call him, the ball twat, Pep. Nah, look, Pep, I always say, is the greatest tactician of all time, but he's not a great manager. And the reason I say that is because when things get hard, the only thing Pep can do is drink water, relax. Like, that's all he can say. He doesn't have the ability to command a dressing room in times of adversity and get them to play a different kind of way. And that's something Julian Nagelsmann has proven and shown that he has. We have a deep bench this season. We have options, more options than the stock market. We have Sané on our bench, Cancelo on our bench, Gnabry on our bench. Damn, we got a nice bench, man. We have versatility. We can flexibly change the game at any moment. Move to a back four, move to a back three. I believe in Julian Nagelsmann's ability to get these players to handle business. I don't think Man City is this insane conglomerate, and we're this small business incapable of competing with them. That's what the City fans would want you to believe. They're acting like they're not a one-dimensional team with Erling Haaland. Of course they are. They play one way, and if it doesn't work, they don't score goals. They beat RB Leipzig after struggling, sorta, in the first leg. Leipzig didn't have Nkunku, their best midfielder, one of the best midfielders in the league, probably the world, Xavier Schlager. They didn't have their real team, and they opened Leipzig up constantly because Leipzig just literally couldn't get out of their own half for most of the game. We're not RB Leipzig. And who do they play in their group stage? We're not Dortmund. All right. Who do they play in? Who else did they play? I don't even know who was in their group because we had the group of death and we were the Grim Reaper, mother zuckers. We were the Grim Reaper in our group of death. We brought death upon them all. Only team that has scored against us in the Champions League this season. You won't believe it. Victoria Pilsen. They scored twice. We let them score because we were like, kind of want to make the record look good. You know, it'd be terrible if you haven't conceded for like 8 games in the Champions League. And then you concede, and it's like the worst goals you could have conceded, and it's against the biggest stage or biggest opponent you played, and you get knocked out. So we were kind of just trying to get rid of that. Oh, we haven't conceded. We could have easily just said we're not conceding against Pilsen. But I feel like our players are like, yeah, let's just concede. You know, don't let Barcelona or Inter or PSG score. And I genuinely believe this. City are worse with Haaland in big games than they were without him. I don't even think that's a theory. That's honestly a fact. If you watch Thierry Henry's analysis of Haaland's game away from home against RB Leipzig, his movement stinks. All he's trying to do is make the runs in behind. He's never coming ball side, which means if he doesn't get that pass over the top, he's very useless. On the ball, his hold-up play is bang average. Look, City fans are saying, Haaland, De Bruyne. De Bruyne loses more balls. I can't use, I'm not going to say that because that's disgusting. You know, there's kids watching. De Bruyne loses a lot of balls. That's all I'm saying, all right? I wasn't going to say Bruce. Bruce Jenner. I'm not gonna say that. He don't lose. Nah, no one's losing more balls than him. De Bruyne loses a lot of the football. I think pressing De Bruyne, having a man tight on him, probably Goretzka, is going to shut him down. He also does hero ball a lot, which is something players like him and Bruno Fernandes do. They always try to do the one pass that unlocks the defense, which leads to a lot of losing the ball. So ultimately, as much as De Bruyne is a capable midfielder, I think he's declining. I think we have a better bench than Man City, and they're the oil club in all of this. I think we have Cancelo on our bench, and they don't. Mazraoui's back, a really capable right back, better than Cancelo defensively, and maybe not as good as at crossing, but still offensively almost on Cancelo's level. Mazraoui against Barcelona was great performance coming off the bench after Pavard got injured in like the 20th minute. Changed the game for us. So I think we have options. We have Pavard, we can play it right back. We have Stanisic, who handled Mbappe. If we can handle Messi and Mbappe and all their superstars, Verratti, and all the midfield they had, I think we can handle any midfield in the world. Jamal Musiala will not struggle against Kyle cheating man Walker. He won't struggle to get through him consistently. The only player I look at City right now and go, ooh, two players is probably Mahrez and Jack Grealish. I think those two give City a different element, but they still lack pace apart from Haaland. And I think City will pay for it. Jack Grealish will have either Mazraoui in front of him, because there's no way Julian Nagelsmann starts Cancelo, especially in the first leg, considering Cancelo isn't the best defensively. So we might go with Mazraoui. We don't know how things are going to pan out. It's only, how many days is it? Oh, shoot. I forgot we had City fans on this channel. What's up, Shane? Foden doesn't start. Well, not now at least, but he could. He's a decent footballer. But again, City losing Sané and Sterling kind of made him lose pace, which is needed for a game like this, because you're not going to score against us, like playing through us like that. We got De Ligt and Upamecano. I'm not worried about like City pulling we're a defensively organized team. Games like this are played on the transition. Like whoever wins typically is the team that, really focused on the counterattacks. City don't have that pace. We got Kingsley Coman. They don't. We have Sané we can bring off the bench if he, picks up some form. So I'm really excited, intrigued to see how this game pans. You know what? For the neutral, this is a great game because none of us are defensive. Bayern, let's be honest, we will let City have the ball for a good portion of the game. It'll be like 45-55, like one of those possession games. We won't be playing, we won't go to City and press them. Like, Nagelsmann ain't stupid. Like, we won't do that. We'll let you have the ball. You'll play your passes, and the goal will be to organize and hit you on the counter. And that's City's weakness. I don't think counterattacks are really our weakness like that. I think wonder goals is a bigger weakness for us. Like, some dude just shoots outside the box. And, yeah, I believe in Jan Sommer's ability. Look, City, even against Leipzig in their own stadium, showed some weakness. I think Ederson should have gotten a yellow, or at least a yellow. Could have been a red card, but the referee gave the foul against Leipzig, which is kind of funny, and gave the Leipzig player, Timo Werner, that bum, a yellow card. You were playing Timo Werner. Like, nah, you ain't going to be playing Timo Werner. You're going to be playing Jamal Musiala, one of the best players in tight spaces. And even against PSG, Musiala always has those one or two moments in games where he'll dribble through 3 or 4 players and create a chance or get a goal, a shooting opportunity. I think against City, it's better than against Sergio Ramos. That's all I'll say. I think Sergio Ramos was tight to him, but whoever's at left back for you, they don't even have a left back. They have Rico Lewis. That sounds like a lawsuit, some legal term. Rico's. Like, I'm not scared, man. I'm not moved. Of course, like deep inside of me, I'm going to be nervous when the game starts. But I just believe in this team. I believe we are favorites for this Champions League. And there's Bayern fans who are like, we needed Benfica. Hell no, keep them Portuguese juju merchants away from my team playing them. Benfica is one of those teams you're like, yeah. I don't even know who's on their team, but they're so well drilled. They score a header against you and they lock up. You can't, it's basically Villarreal all over again. So I didn't want Benfica. I didn't want, I wouldn't have minded the Italian teams, but I also wanted an English team because look at the amount of people in here, 107, right? I mean, we usually average 60, 70 sometimes, but people care about this game. They're City fans. Even though, they're all holograms and bots, they still watch YouTube videos. And I'm not saying, I want my team to play City because of the content, but I also want the excitement, the build-up. That's the beautiful thing about the Champions League in later rounds. Big teams playing each other. Unfortunately, we don't get to play another big team until Real Madrid probably in the semifinals. Dang it, we haven't played a big team at all, apart from maybe Inter Milan. Got these small clubs like Barcelona, PSG, and now Man City. Dang it, man. Well, look, I think honestly, if City get past us, they got to deal with Real Madrid. So it's not a guarantee that if you actually, it is usually a guarantee that if you beat Bayern, you win the Champions League. I think this is the perfect game for us because we would play City either way, or at least a team of their level either way. City have been behind Arsenal for much of the season, but they're not that far back. Man, please win that league. Unfocus on the champ. We can't have the streets. Don't need Arsenal winning the Premier League, man. That's pain, bro. They out here. Nah, Arsenal. It was a glorious day yesterday when Arsenal got knocked out by Sporting Lisbon. Beautiful result, baby. Come on. Hey, that goal from Pedro Gonçalves. Oh my gosh. He basically scored from the halfway line. Is Ederson that good anymore? What happened to Ederson? Are there any City fans in here that can tell me what happened to Ederson? Because I used to like him. He was good on the ball, but for some reason, he's a crackhead now. City fans really don't like him. Pep still loves him. Glad someone else doesn't want Arsenal to win the league. Nah, I don't care about City's oil money in this instance. Arsenal, their fans are just so unbearable. Dude, we're not even in the same competition, and Arsenal fans are trying to come at Bayern. They were saying, Arsenal the best team in Europe, and you're the best team in Europe, but you're out of the FA Cup. Are they out of the FA Cup? They're probably still in it. Arsenal FA Cup. Hold on. It's kind of important. Never mind. They're still in. Wait. W Man City, man. City took them out the FA Cup. Stupid bastards. Anyways, they're the best team in the world, but they're out of the FA Cup, never won the Carabao Cup, aren't in the Europa League anymore, and the only trophy they can compete for is the Premier League, and the team they're fighting against knocked them out of the FA Cup, and they're only 5 points behind them. And they have a lot of tough games to come. They have those relegation teams. You don't want to play them at the end of the season. You kind of want to play them when they don't really care. But when a team starts knowing my paycheck is dependent upon this, players realize, damn, I make less money if I get relegated. They're going to start playing different. Next thing you know, they're going to get one of those freak results, Arsenal, to a freaking Middlesbrough. I don't even know if they're in the Premier League. I don't care. They're going to lose. But City, those are the games they usually just win. So Arsenal, your time is coming. They're going to end up trophyless, and then they're going to get second in their league. They're going to draw us in the Champions League group stage, and we're going to run back to 10-2. We're going to run it back, boy. We're going to run it back, boy. You think Pep will dominate possession in both legs? Asking that is that's a really Slayim. Even you know the answer to that. We know Pep's a possession merchant. That demon bastard, demon possessed. He loves possessions. More possession than Escobar. Come on, dude. Pablo. More possession than El Chapo. Come on, dude. Pep loves possession. Possession football. He's a freak with it. He's a freak with possession. It's kind of his game. Like, it's his motto. So yeah. Of course, Pep's going to be, doing everything in his power to have the ball. Will Mane start for hell? No, I don't want that Mane start. Look. People think I hate Mane. No, I rate him accurately. He's just not I forgot we had Mane on our bench. I forgot we had Mane on our bench, dog. Hey, yeah, we got Mane too. And look, he's a good option to bring off the bench. Bring that Liverpool scare, because he usually scored against City a lot for Liverpool. So I don't know. I wouldn't exactly hate the fact that we have Mane on our bench. Bayern will humble City. Yeah, well, look, I don't think anyone's getting humbled here. We're just going to handle business, right? City are a good team, and as much as I, of course, rightfully, funfully take the piss against them, I have a feeling they know. God damn, what happened to Bayern? They leaked our tactics against Bochum. Well, basically, they leaked our build-up structure with who goes where and who comes where. Like, they leaked our tactics effectively. I don't care, bro. Like, there's people that are why would you leak our tactics? Man, dude, why does it matter anymore? Like, or they leaked our build-up structure, like, from the back, and how I don't know. But, like, here's the thing. Maybe it's Cancelo. Cancelo leaked our tactics. He came in. Hey, Cancelo, you freaking you doo-doo head. You doo-doo head. He came here on a nice little undercover mission to leak the Deutsche Rekordmeister's tactics, bruh. Nah, Cancelo, you don't need pace to win a football match. Well, no, you do, especially a game that's going to be played or going to be won on the transition. Whoever, because you're not. City don't do this anymore. Just carve through teams with Haaland, because like he's a liability for that kind of buildup. You go more direct with a striker like Haaland. You send long balls in behind him. Against Leipzig in the first leg, he was struggling, man, to get a pass over the top because Leipzig's defense was so alert to his runs. So, yeah, I don't know. We have so much pace, like, and it's not just pace. It's players that are flamboyant. Like, Pep hates those players, but those are the players that win you big. Why do you think Real Madrid are so successful in this competition? It's because they got Vinicius Jr., players that, just like try things, because in games like this, margins are tight. Like, City fans are acting, some of them at least, they're acting like they're about to score 3 goals against us. No, you're not. We don't concede that much, and neither do you. You know what's going to win you a game like this? Transitional, like, moments. And if you don't have that pace, De Ligt, fast mother Zucker, can keep up with Mbappe. Upamecano's even faster. And Davies, God, oof. And the right back position, we got, Mazraoui. He's quick, he's not fast. There's a difference, right? But I'm just saying, like, we're going to keep up with Grealish, right? It's just a natural thing. So games like this are tight because they're going to be technical. It's like a boxing fight, like Mayweather versus, I don't know, who's a really technical boxer, like Zab Judah. It's like that kind of fight. where it's like Zab Judah is also fast, defensively responsible. Like, what's Floyd supposed to do? But it's those moments where, maybe Zab made a small mistake and Floyd capitalizes. That's how Floyd ends up winning that fight. Or Floyd versus Pacquiao. That's a technical fight. One guy's trying, it's a chess match, right? So that moment where your opponent makes the slightest mistake, that's where you're punishing. If you don't have the pace, and if you're relying on that's what Pep always lost Champions Leagues because of, he always lost them because of that. He was always trying to make every game like put City in this crazy advantage. He forgot like other teams had world-class managers, and they were also thinking about how do we beat City easier? Oh, let's just park the bus and use our pace. But Pep doesn't like transition players or flamboyant footballers. Like, if we're losing a game, we could bring on Leroy Sané. Sané's going, he's going to miscontrol his first touch and he's going to go in. Like, he'll score a goal accidentally or something. That's the kind of thing you need, man. You need that freak luck. We got Kingsley Coman, the ultimate transition footballer. Sensational dribbler who just needs space to hit good crosses. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo! Is this Schlotterbeck? Oh my God, bruh. Saw some outrageousness. We all know Pep can't do UCA. Yeah, man. Yeah. Torre put that curse on that, man. He went to the dark juju magicians in the Ivory Coast. Oh, shoot. The first leg's at the Etihad, and the second leg's at the Allianz Arena. Oh, that's even better for us because City have to get the job done in the first leg because they don't have the capacities to do an away game in the Champions League last and win it. We're going to handle business as normal. We're actually a really good away team in the Champions League. I think we're going to cancel each other out in the first leg, and we're going to handle what we have to handle. You will lose, says Hika Shorts. Dorks. You guys should start Mane and Cancelo. Nah, we're good. We good. Sadio Mane, nah, sorry. He could come off the bench, though. But we got Kingsley Coman and Jamal Musiala. We're no need to change that. No need to change that, man. Can Cancelo play? I don't even know. Yeah. Bayern aren't stupid. We probably knew we'd probably play City. If we see the names of both teams, Bayern would have a better defense and better midfield than City. I think midfield were kind of equal. Rodri, big bowler. I like him a lot. We were linked to Rodri. Wish we had him. So yeah, I mean, I think midfield it's close, like really equal. I wouldn't have said that a few months ago because Kimmich and Goretzka are good, but they weren't perfect every game, right? But now I feel like the consistency in that partnership is here. They're playing in big games, playing well. They handled PSG well. So, I don't know. What do you boys think? I think defense, we have a better defense than City. The City fans even argue that. We have four right backs that can, like, we could play Pavard, Stanisic. We're probably going to play a back three in a sense. Like, we're playing Pavard, Upamecano, and De Ligt. But I just don't think we should. AS Comps uploaded The Art of Receiving the Ball. Musiala and Pedri are... Oh, bruh, I'm gonna watch that after. Hey, WAS Comps, man, what a channel, elite editor. It'd be a good game, but I think City will probably take the edge, especially with Summer against Haaland. Yeah, Summer's a freak goalkeeper. I'm like, part of me wishes City created chances just so I can see Summer active because Jan Sommer is a different animal, man. In games where he's getting, like, his goal is just getting attacked. He's also good in, like, games where he needs one save. He made a great save against PSG. Jan Sommer, there's a reason we couldn't score against Sommer. He loves those big games. And that's, those are the small things you really got to look at. Jan Sommer, active off his line. Watch our games against him. He's so hard to score against, especially when he has a lot to do. The only thing I worry about with Sommer is, he doesn't try it too much, but his distributions are right. Choupo-Moting back problems. I hope this isn't a problem when we play City. Away from home, we will be more defensive slightly, but we're not going to try to just let them attack us constantly. We'll be more defensive though. Be more defensive. We have to slow down the game as much as possible, especially the Aliens. Yeah. We're one of those teams with high tempo, in spurts, or in moments. We can go a whole hour without trying, and then next thing you know, it's 5 seconds and we score 2 goals. So yeah. If City want to win, how do both teams win? I think if Bayern want to win, you just don't lose at the Etihad, because so we're a good away team in the UCL. I think the last time we lost away from home, did we did lose against Salzburg. We're not terrible. In the group stages we're good, but that's because we haven't lost since 2017. in the group stages away from home, we haven't lost at home since So we're a decent team traveling, when it comes to preventing goals. So what we have to do is go to the Etihad and just sustain the pressure, right? Because City will keep the ball, because that's what they do. And it will be frustrating for us, the Bayern fans watching, but the players are going to have to stay composed, keep it 0-0, or even score a goal in the first half, but till the first half. The second half, when you really believe in yourself, you can, try to come out. Even if you concede one, try to equalize, right? But don't make it 2 or 3, because then that's City win. We ain't going to the Aliens and scoring. We might score 3 and equalize, but we don't want that kind of momentum against us. So keep it below 2. We can score 3 goals. That's no problem. 2-0 is the most deceiving scoreline, because as soon as your opponent scores, now you're under pressure, especially if the momentum's with them and they have time. So yeah, we just keep it below 2 if we can, and possibly draw or win. Because then when we go to the Aliens, City won't have the edge with the fans, because as much as we criticize the Etihad for the lack of atmosphere, sometimes they're loud, sometimes they care, especially in the Champions League, where they know they haven't won it before and they're trying to push their team on. That's the only trophy they'll never see. So they're really trying to get it. I think for us, we just go to the Allianz Arena and handle business, score 2, score 3. I don't think it'll be a struggle in our own stadium. Our players are motivated, and if something's not working, we change 5 players and bring on different world-class stars. We have a really, really deep bench, assuming everyone's fit, or at least most players are fit. And we hope for good performances from Musiala and Müller, and everyone's talking about De Bruyne and Haaland and Musiala, but really, I think the stars in this game will be just like the PSG game. Probably Kingsley Coman, maybe a nice little Mahrez moment. That. Those are the kind of players that probably will perform in a game like this, because they have less focus on them, and therefore that lack of focus translates to the game, because the opponent will be less likely to care about Mahrez if the media is talking about De Bruyne. Everyone's going to be so focused on Haaland, they might forget about Mahrez, and everyone's going to be so focused on Musiala or Coman that they might forget about Choupo-Moting. Like your defense might be like, who's this Choupo guy? And he ends up with a brace just like he did with PSG. So, I think it's going to be a tight game in the first leg, and I think we'll handle business in the second. How did City win this? Because it's okay to make predictions in that sense. I think City need to win at the Etihad if they want to beat us, because they're not going to beat us at the Allianz Arena. There's no way. We're not going to let it happen. It's just like the PSG game, like very similar like dynamics. City have to just go gung ho and try to beat us in their stadium, because having that second leg disadvantage is going to be terrible for them if they lose or draw, because it's so much easier for us to come up with great motivation in our own stadium when our fans are screaming our name. It's going to be harder for your players to overcome that mental block, knowing all those years of Champions Leagues and all the things that have happened, all that deja vu. Our players are more experienced in terms of winning. We have won a Champions League recently. We know what it's like to dig deep. We did it against Lyon when we had a few scares. We have dug deep against PSG. Kimmich knows that moment where you're like, oh, you got to try. Your players have never like really, you've lost the final. It's different. And you also lost Real Madrid when you were up. You've conceded crazy. But we're not Real Madrid. We're going to concede less than they did. And we're not comeback kings. We just beat you from the get-go. So, yeah, I think for City, overcoming that, you got to try it in the first leg. Okay, the title says predictions, but I haven't really talked about the other games. By the way, subscribe if you're new and hit the like button. I haven't talked about the other draws. We play Real Madrid. So Bayern, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Man City are in the same bracket, which means there's going to be a guarantee that an Italian team. Dude, there's really 3 Italian teams. I totally forgot about Milan. And so Napoli's going to beat Milan, and they're going to beat Inter. So we're going to be playing a final against Napoli. Wait, Benfica probably beats Inter, probably. And Napoli gets Benfica and beats them. Bro, we're playing Napoli in the final. That's kind of cool, seeing Napoli in the Champions. It's so rigged. What they should have done was Napoli, Milan in the bracket with Chelsea, Real Madrid, and then Bayern, Man City in the bracket with Inter. Because that means we meet Real Madrid or Chelsea. Chelsea could realistically do something. They could do a thing. But I think Vinicius and Benzema will once again run riot. Oh, shoot. This is kind of cool. It's only like a week separating the games. Oh, gosh. Is that normal? I thought it was like 2 weeks. Kind of like the round of 16s. I like that anyways. I like that a lot. But yeah, I think Inter having the second leg at home is going to be a huge boost. Milan has the first leg at home. And that, home legs in the Serie A pretty big because the fans are crazy. So I think Milan might really make Napoli struggle, probably a draw in that game. And then Napoli beats them in the second leg in their own stadium. There's a lot of things playing in people's advantage. Real Madrid have the second leg away, which is probably better for them because they're due to it at the Santiago Bernabeu. So it's going to be an interesting. So ultimately I think Bayern are going to beat City, Real Madrid are going to beat Chelsea, Napoli beat Milan over 2 legs, and surprise, I think Benfica beat Inter, and I think it's going to be us. Real Madrid, and then that's the semifinals. I don't want to predict that because you never know. So we'll wait. But I like how close these games are. I mean, we got April 11th. Bro, that's so long. Oh, flip me. That's so long. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 weeks. Gosh darn. God damn it, bro. That's 3 weeks. Oh, man. Oh, that's pain. I'm not trying to wait 3 weeks. What am I going to do for 3 weeks? How many previews can I actually do? Kristaps Andresens says, hey, finally get to see you live. Hi from Latvia. I'm a war correspondent, Bundesliga fan, currently in Ukraine. Ooh, my man's on the front lines. Wow, that's awesome, man. Awesome. It's not awesome that you're, covering a war, but that's pretty brave. I wouldn't do that. Bayern can actually win this year. Wow, thank you. Save the money for, food in Ukraine or something, but I really appreciate you. I like how literally nobody rates Chelsea. Well, I mean, they did it to themselves. Chelsea, honestly, they played well against Dortmund, but I feel like Dortmund have been lucky this season. Hey, Chelsea's kind of getting back in form. I mean, they won a bunch of games, but you know you're due to when you win a game and you're in the same position you were. Like, bro, they didn't move from 10th. Like, bro froze. That's really what happened. Yeah. Chelsea did it to themselves. I mean, losing a lot of games, they almost have as many wins as losses this season, and they have more draws and losses than wins, and that's just not a good record if you're trying to get top four. Maybe Chelsea might think, oh, winning the Champions League is the only way to get UCL next year. They have really good players. I mean, Enzo Fernandez is a really good midfielder. I think João Felix cooked against Dortmund. So many, like, I mean, there's things he does where I'm like annoyed because I think he's better. He'll do a shot and I'm like, dude, you could have done that better. But João Felix, on loan from Atletico, really, really doing well at Chelsea. Mudryk is all right, 007. But Sterling, they have a good bench too and good defenders. The problem is the team, it's not drilled. Real Madrid is a drilled unit. They know they got that Champions League juju. Real Madrid is easier to Chelsea's easier to play in the semifinal. What was I about to say? But bro, like there's no easy games for us. If we win the UCL this year, it'll be the best run in the world. I think not similar to City because they got Leipzig. Come on, that's easy work. Bundesliga teams got unlucky, man. In the hospital at the moment. Oh man, this channel and have hope keep me motivated and sane. Wow, I'm glad I can do that, but call me out a little bit because I'm not consistent. There's people in war that need me to upload, so now I got to upload more. Oh, okay. Cancelo to score against his parent club. It's a Bayern tradition. If Sané does too, that will be cherry on the cake. I hope Sané does well, man. George, you think are there any chances that Bayern will land Haaland in the future? I don't want Haaland. I said it before City and after City. I'm consistent. I think there may be a chance, but what the hell? Saka FaceTimed Kim Kardashian? He's talking to Northeast and Northwest, Kanye's kids. That's crazy. My man named his children Directions. Don't let Gucci Lish score. Gucci Lish dunk. Who? Oh, Grealish? Come on, what? That's not even funny. It's so aligned for such for us. It gets stronger. City or Madrid are better than City. I don't know. Yeah, it gets stronger. I think that's what you mean. Yeah, like City. Hey, the Conference League draw. Barcelona. Oh shoot, they're not even in the Europa League. Oh, what was the Europa League draw? Oh, I forgot they did that today too. It looks like West Ham is in the Conference League. I didn't even know they were in the Conference League. There's no Bundesliga teams in the Conference League. I just realized. Well, actually, hey, Bayer Leverkusen are definitely getting to semifinal. They might even get to the final because they got Union Saint Gilloise, whatever, and they play Leverkusen or Juventus or Sporting. Man United might play Roma, and the semifinals. Oh shoot, Leverkusen realistically have a path to the final. Because I mean, oh, that's interesting, man. Because the bracket between Juve and Leverkusen play each other. We might get Leverkusen might freak everyone. They might surprise everyone with, Florian Wirtz and the team they had. But it's Neverkusen for a reason. They probably end up losing. Union Berlin got piped 6-3 on aggregate. Imagine being Ajax knowing you lost to that. Madrid usually beat Bayern a lot, but if it happens this time, the second leg will be at the Allianz. How do you know the second leg will be at the Allianz Arena? Wait, is it like known yet? Huh. Like, I mean that would be good for us. But we can't overlook Man City. Never overlook your opponent. You're here now. You're gonna get the job done. All right, boys. We gotta. So hold on. I don't think I can do a watch along this Sunday. Yeah, Leverkusen. That's too early for me, man. Dortmund, April 1st, April Fool's Day. We're gonna cook them. Actually, that's good for us. The upcoming run is good for us. Oh my gosh! And then on Wednesday, April 4th, we play. That's actually good for us because we play once every 3 days in April, like April 1st, April 4th, April 8th. I guess once every 4 days, but it's almost the same. And then Man City. Yeah, honestly, that's good for me. I think that helps us just stay grounded and motivated. Like after City, we play Hoffenheim, so a lot of games in April. It's gonna be a busy month. I believe after Leverkusen, the players go on an international break and then come back against Dortmund. And that's a pretty good game to come back to because it's a high level game. Dortmund will give us problems, and we have to wake up immediately. What does City's run look like? I mean, I think the harder the run is, the better overall for your players. City play an FA Cup game. They play Liverpool on. Oh, but Liverpool's not a hard game anymore. I was about to say that's a difficult. Nah, City gonna cook them. Wait, Southampton on April 9th. They're gonna have 2 days of rest. That might affect them. I think Pep's gonna go with a weaker team, but why would he if he's trying to compete against Arsenal? Southampton away is a tricky game, so a lot of things to look forward to. And then City will play us again. They'll play Brighton 4 days after us in the second leg, so they might lose twice, Brighton and Bayern. The BBs, and then Arsenal on April 26th. They have to beat Arsenal if they want to win the league. So a lot of things happening in the next 2 months. I mean, this is the business end of the season. We are in the Champions League quarterfinals. We have to handle it. Our next 7 games are going to be tough tests all around, and they're going to help us mold ourselves into these monsters. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia, send Mia, and peace. Please do a video with City Extra. Yeah, thank you. I need to know which City fans. I've never heard of them, but I'll try to. I'll message them on Twitter, right? Yeah, hey, I'd love to do a preview with that Huey guy from the Big Six, man. Hilarious guy. Yeah, I'll try to get a City fan on. Big Six, Hugh. Dang it! How do I find him? Yeah, I'll Hugh, right? Okay, the 1894. That's his channel. Okay. Yeah, I gotta follow him and then see if he follows me back. All right. Well, that's it for this stream, man. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Yes, and Mia, and peace. Big Steve, man, he might be too big for me, literally and figuratively. I need some of my size.